Are you longing to be let out of your home again? Can't wait to actually be together with your family and friends and give them a long, hard hug? How about those of you that have been sheltering in place with your families? I'm sure that you've appreciated spending quality time, but I bet you can't wait to head out and go and hang out with your buddies or sit in a coffee shop catching up with a girlfriend. Or maybe you just want to sit there on your own and enjoy the sound of other people having meaningful conversation around you. I know I'm looking forward to setting my table with more than just 2 plates. I'm happy to have 4, 6, or even 20 plates. And I can't wait to have my family come and visit or to be able to get in the car and drive a long way to go and see them. Before we know it, this pandemic is going to be behind us. We will always remember what has happened. We will remember the heartache and the challenges. We will remember the blessings and the beauty. We will tell our children and our grandchildren stories of what happened during this season. And I believe we will all be different. We will appreciate things that we took for granted before. We will value the time that we have to spend with family members. We'll proactively go to spend time with seniors and elderly people in our families so that we can actually hug them, touch them, tell them our love in person. We're going to need to draw closer together so that we can face this new season and this new norm of a very changed world. So what does Heartistry have to do with all of this? Well, let me give you a little bit of history. As far back as I can remember, hospitality has been part of my life. My parents encouraged my sister Michelle and I to invite our friends to come to our home, and we would have teenagers relaxing in our house until late at night. When Brett and I got married, we opened our home right away and had friends come and stay, even people come and live with us, and often we'd have people pop in. And this just became part of the way we lived our lives. About 25 years ago, I started to teach on hospitality, and I wanted to encourage other people to live generously, knowing that as hosts, they would benefit as much as their guests would. It was such a natural thing for me to teach because this was just what I did, the way that I lived, and I hoped that sharing my stories and the things that I did would actually help other people to do the same. So 5 years ago, I launched Heartistry, The Art of Welcome. And the goal has been twofold: to share a vision for hospitality as well as to give practical skills and practical ideas. I have blogged, I've shared on social media, I've hosted Heartistry experiences, I've spoken at different events. I've done everything in my power to try and motivate people to step out and to live more generously and to practice true hospitality, not just entertaining. Now, drum roll please. For the very first time, I am going to be offering an online class where I'm going to be teaching some of these hospitality principles. It'll be live classes where we will actually learn together. This course is not a how-to class. I know right now there are many courses being promoted that will help you to lose weight, get rich quick, tidy your house. This is not what it is. But I do believe during this season when we're still sheltering in place that we can get ourselves prepared for when we are able to open up our homes again, open up our doors again. How will you live your life differently? How will you ensure that you don't just fall back into doing things the way that you did before? How will we proactively create community that is authentic and will help to really nourish our hearts? And how are we going to be able to keep our hearts open to people around us, many of whom are going to be going through difficult situations, maybe even difficult financial situations? And how are we going to be able to open our homes with an ease that we never dreamt was possible? So this At Home with Heartistry course is designed to give us plenty of space for guided reflection, meaningful discussion, and the opportunity to specifically think through a way forward. I'm going to tell stories that have motivated and touched me through the years. I'm going to be sharing my best practical tips and give you a chance to share yours as well. I'm going to show you how to access amazing resources, but mainly I'm hoping to create a place where change will happen in our hearts. This is more about how we've historically felt about opening our homes and what currently may hold us back than just a whole lot of to-dos. This is going to be a time when we will really draw close to one another and learn from each other and take positive steps for our own personal lives. There are going to be 8 one-hour sessions taught live by me on Zoom, and all the details are at heartistry.info. So check it out, and I really hope that you will join us.